Barcelona march into the Civitas Metropolitano and destroy Atletico Madrid 3-0. Jules, I thought they were supposed to be invulnerable at home.
They were.
And is there newfound belief in Xavi's crew?
Well, maybe since he announced that he was leaving at the end of the season. They've been good. They've been very good lately, of course.
They've not been good. They've had good results. They've played really well. They played really well against Getafe. They played really well here.
Yeah.
They were better than Napoli, but that's no great shake.
No,
the rest of the time, they haven't actually been really good. I just wanted to spell
I know. But
this notion.
Even this game showed that they can't do it over 90 minutes of consistency because the first half hour was not great, for example.
I think it was actually bad.
Yeah.
And I think they need to build yet another star, colossus of Mark. In fact, they should name they should rename the company. You know, they talk about naming rights. They should name it the Marc-Andre Ter Stegen.
I mean, he had some couple of really, really good. But you win, and I saw Deco coming out after the game saying, yeah, we're going to still try to convince Xavi to stay. I don't know if that's the answer. However, this is 5 wins in a row for Xavi over Simeone. It's incredible for Barca against Atleti. El Cholo has never beaten Xavi, even when they were playing against each other. This is huge. I love Lewandowski and his contribution. And you remember we said, I can't remember when he scored those 2 great goals. As a finisher, and you see on his goal, to hit it the way he does, going backwards, it's amazing. 2 assists is great. That he can still do at his age. There's a lot of things he can't do anymore, or not as well as before, but that he can still do. Without Lamine Yamal, you knew that Joao Felix would score, obviously, against his former team.
How annoying is he, though?
I know, but still, you knew it. So I'm worried about Atletico, even after the Inter Milan win. And maybe it's a little bit of some key players were on the bench, no Griezmann, no Koke, etc., etc. But well done, Barca.
Real Madrid win 4-2 away to Osasuna. Jules, 2 games without Bellingham, 2 fine performances, and 8 goals scored.
Yeah, Vini stepped up again very early on, scored, which made it easier. We saw Brahim being good, scoring a lovely goal as well. They conceded 2, 1 really late. And Osasuna away is a tough team. We've said that before, a tough team to go to. But it was very serious, very interesting, I thought. Chouameni as centre-back is clearly the way that I think Carlo Fana certainly is seeing him. And I think he might play him in that position against Haaland and Manchester City in the Champions League as well. So, no, it was pretty good, especially when behind Girona drop points, and even if Barca won, it was still a pretty good weekend for Real Madrid.
I love this 4-2-2-2 system. I wonder if it's something you can replicate with Bellingham.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Vini scored 2 goals, as we just mentioned, but also will be suspended after picking up a booking in the most silly way.
Yeah, so he had a penalty appeal, which, by the way, was not a penalty.
No.
And then he remonstrated with the referee, and then he starts laughing in his face, like sort of guffawing, like throwing himself around. Dude, don't do that. And obviously the referee rightly booked him. This is really stupid.
Yeah.
And this is the 3rd straight game in which he's done something dumb. The other 2, he was pushing opponents. Yeah. Now he's laughing in the referee's face. Ancelotti took him out late in the game. I think maybe because he was so on edge and said, oh, what if this guy gets himself sent off?
Yeah.
Sent on Arda Güler, who hit the crossbar from midfield.
Wow, goal that would have been.
He needs to stop.
But Carlos said he has to deal with the pressure.
But it's fine, the pressure. It's not the referee who's kicking you or abusing you or whatever. And by the way, this one was not a penalty. So shut up.
Yeah. Gorka Guruzeta bags 2 goals for Athletic Club de Bilbao, who win 2-0 against Alaves and pass, overtake Atletico Madrid in the table in 4th place. Gabi's up to a career-best 13 goals.
He's almost like La Liga's answer to Sergio Girassi. Like 2 years ago, he was at something called Amorebieta, who I think at the time were a bad team in the 2nd division. And he's right up there now. He's been a big part of their success. As big as the Williams brothers? No. But he's really given them that presence and that finishing. Bilbao squad stretched this year with, obviously, the Copa del Rey and some of the injuries they've had as well. So he's been a big part of it and a big part of their success story.
Yeah.
Girona lose their 4th straight road game, 1-0 to Getafe. Jules, they're having the sort of run that you are having, and they're falling apart.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, all they have to do, really all that they need to do is to hold on to that top 4, 3rd place, 4th place, Athletic Club behind, on great form, complete different form to Girona. But at least Atletico are not in a great time at the moment.
Am I a bad person for hoping that they fall out of the top 4?
Well, yeah, you're bad. Why don't you want them to be happy at the end of the season?
It's an MCO club. I want to see El Cholo in Europe. I want to see Atletico Bilbao in Europe. big clubs, big historic clubs with fans, not clubs that are
But
being.
it feels like they deserve it because
They did, but if they lose all their games, they're not deserving it anymore.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But if that happens between now and the next 10 games, fair enough.
If my aunt had wheels, she'd be my uncle.
No, I know. But
Jules, they're going to go down, but I've said all season that Almeria are the best winless side in history. I can't say that anymore because they won away to Las Palmas.
Finally! I mean, they rode their luck a bit, to be fair to them. But all the luck they didn't get before in the season, in games they should have won, they didn't win. This time they did. Las Palmas are decent at home this season. But in this one, it was always going to happen. You just didn't want to be that team. You know, it's a bit like when the Detroit Pistons or other bad teams in the NBA this season lose like 25 in a row. You don't want to be the team that they finally beat. It's a bit like that with Almeria. Well done to them. Finally, they changed them. They sacked the manager. Pepe Mel arrived. First game, a win. You're right. It's not going to be enough. They will go down. But at least they're still fighting and still alive. So well done to them.